Welcome students in my channel Mathematics Adda. Students, today I am going to give the next lecture on chapter set theory of class 11th standard. Students, today I will describe the topic types of sets. All of you try to understand details about the types of set. Student, this is the very important topic, and if you will get this topic clearly, easily, then further mathematics of class 11th standard students, very easily you will be able to understand every topic. Now students, you try to understand about the types of sets. Well students, I want to tell you in general, very important point, in general there are two types of sets. Number 1, 2, empty set, and second one is non-empty set. This is empty set, or sometimes it is known as null set or void set, and another one is non-empty set. Students, in general there are two types of the set. That is, student, in this way you can understand here, that is, in general we are denoting to the set by capital S. In general there are two type of the set. Either the set will be empty or it will be non-empty. Empty set, it is denoted by symbol phi. This is phi. So in general student, there are two type of set. Either the set will be empty or it will be non-empty. How do we know about this empty set? This is here such a set where no element exists. Such a set where no element exists. That means it is vacant. For example, students, here you can see it. This. Look to this set. This is an empty set because here no elements present. Now, next students, here such a set where at least one element exists. For example, students, this is another set A. Here only one element is present. Students, see, this is a non-empty set. Also students, here only one element present. So such a set where only one element exists called singleton set. The meaning of singleton set, such a set where only one element exists. Firstly student, this is a non-empty set. Why it is non-empty set? Because here one element exists, and by the definition of non-empty set, such a set where at least one element exists. Minimum it can be one, and there is no limit for the maximum number of elements. Now students, also it is a special type of sets where only one element exists, that is singleton set. Well students, I hope it is clear to all of you that the types of sets in general, student, there are two type of sets. Either the set is empty or it will be non-empty. Again I am summarize here that such a set where no element exists called empty set. It is denoted by the Greek letter phi. And another one is non-empty set. Such a set where at least one element exists. One more example students I am putting here. See another example, this X whose elements are A, B, C. Here students, this set X has three elements which is following the definition of non-empty set, such a set where at least one element exists. Luckily here three elements, so this is the reason this is a non-empty set. This is a non-empty set. Well students, I hope this point is clear. Now students, I am going to more generalize the concepts. Try to understand. Well students, now, so in this way it is clear to all of you that if you have a set, so either it will be empty or non-empty. So suppose student, it has been given, let A be any set, then always you have to bring the idea in your mind that either the set will be empty or it will be non-empty. See here, this is empty set and this one is non-empty set. So if somewhere it has been written that let A be any set, it means it will be understood that either it will be empty or it will be non-empty. Well students, if it will be empty, means no element will exist, and if it will be non-empty, means at least one element will exist. There is no limit for the maximum elements. Well students, now some special types of non-empty set. Non-empty sets. Now, the first one is singleton set. What is singleton set? Student, such a set where only one element exists. For example, let we are taking a set yes in set builder form X such that X belong a field of natural number and it is lying between 1 and 3. Well students, this set is a singleton set. How it is singleton set? Telling students, see here, if you will try to write here X such that X is a natural number, it is greater than 1 but smaller than 3. What it could be student? It will be only 2. So student, here only one element is here, being only one element, this set yes is called a singleton set. This is a singleton set. Well students, now see it here, being singleton, this is also a non-empty set because it has one element, means it is not vacant. Well students, I am telling you one more example, try to understand. If this set here S equal to this a singleton set, very important question students. Most of the time these questions asked in one day examinations like NDA. Well students, now we have to describe, is this set a singleton set? What will be your answer? Most of the time we have observed that students are facing confusion that it is empty sets or it is non-empty set. Sometimes students are saying singleton set. Actually, what is it? I am telling you students. See here. So solution it will be, see, symbol of non-empty set, symbol of empty set is what? This is either this vacant or this is 5. This is the symbol of empty set. Okay, so here student we can understand that this and this both things are same. This is equal to this, both are representing to the empty set. Well students, now here you are looking that one of this symbol is present here. So what it could be student? This is a singleton set. This is a singleton set because here phi, this is symbol phi, is an element in S. So this is a singleton set. Students, always remember, if together both the things will come, will always give you the singleton sets. Here you are looking. Now students, one more question I am telling you here. What about this? Name the set this. Name the set. What will be the name of this set? Singleton or empty? Singleton or empty? This is the question, student. Try to understand. Name the set. Singleton or empty? Try to understand, students. To this symbol, we can note down it equal to 5. So this is nothing but this is 5. So further what it could be? This could be this, which is nothing but this is same as this, and this is singleton set. So students, what will be this? This is a singleton set. This is a singleton set. Don't get confused, students. So I hope it is clear to my all students about the singleton set over here. Also I have described some examples related to the singleton set. Well student, remember this is very important questions. Most of the time this question is coming in NDA exams. Okay students, now some other non-empty sets are here. Try to understand. Now students, finite and infinite set. Finite and infinite sets. Try to understand. Students, to understand this topic, you have to know one very special things I am telling you here. All of you try to understand, students. Let S be any set, then whenever we are saying any set, meaning to say it will be understood. Either it will be understood, either S will be empty or S will be non-empty. Always remember, be careful. The most important point, student, over here. Now, so let S be any set, then NS, this NS read as number of element in set. Yes, this is called as cardinal number of set S. Well students, this cardinal number can be, it can be finite or infinite. Well students, I am putting some example in front of you. See students, here this is a set. I am putting this X, a set of prime numbers lying between 1 to 20. Set of prime numbers lying between 1 to 20. What it could be, students? It will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. This is the set of prime numbers which are lying between 1 to 20. Students, here cardinality of set X, it is nx. It will be number of element in set. Yes, how many these are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 8 in number. So cardinality of set X. So cardinality of X is 8. I hope it is clear to my all students. Well, students, now to understand this set here, see here cardinality of set X is 8. 8 is a countable number. Being countable, this set X is a finite set. Means which set is said to be finite? If the elements of sets are countable, then it will be finite. Otherwise, it will be infinite. Okay, students. Now, for example, you can see here set of natural numbers. Set of natural numbers. That is capital N. Set of natural numbers. Well, students, now nobody knows that how many natural numbers are there. It means this is a set having infinite element. So this is here infinite set. This is infinite set because we don't know that how many natural numbers are there. So what will be cardinality of set N? How we will write, students? See, cardinality, that is number of element in set N, that is natural number, it will be infinite. It will be infinite. So cardinality of set N will be infinite, which is written by this symbol. Well, students, I hope it is clear to you that what are finite set and what are infinite set. Well, students, now so here you can keep the definition that on the basis of numbers we can define the finite and infinite set. So which set is said to be finite? So such set which have countable elements called finite set, while sets having uncountable elements will called infinite set. So finite set having countable element, infinite set uncountable elements. See here, students, I am writing the set A, E, I, O, U. One more set. This X, this is P, Q, R, this is Z, X, such that X is a natural number lying between 1 to 10. That is what the elements will lie between 1 to 10. So it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more example in front of you. The fourth one, students, here. The set P, which is here 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, so on. It is up to 50. Students, if you see these 4 examples, these are representing to the finite set. Why? Students, here cardinality of this set NS, it is 5, which is a countable number here. Now cardinality of this set nx, which is 3, countable. Cardinality of this set np, it is the set of counting number running from 1 to up to 50. So it is 50, which is the countable number. Here this is the set represented in set builder form. We are knowing that we can convert to a set builder into roster. So when we have converted into roster form, we are looking that we can count the elements. These are 3, 3, 6, 2, 8 in number. So cardinality of set Z, it is 8. Well students, so here all the sets are finite sets. So this is a finite set. This is finite set. This is also finite set. And this is also finite set. Here set S, X, Z, P all are finite set. Why these are finite set? Because all these sets have countable element. Well students, now I am going to describe some examples of this is infinite set which have uncountable elements. Telling you, try to understand students. Well students, now see it here, uncountable elements. So which sets will be there where uncountable element exists? Now students, you can take many more examples. All of you are aware that field of natural numbers, it is infinite set. Field of whole number represent to infinite set. Field of integer, field of positive integer, field of negative integers, rational number, field of positive rational number, field of negative rational numbers, real numbers, set of positive real numbers, set of negative real numbers, set of non-zero real numbers. These are the symbols students. Now here all these sets are infinite sets because nobody knows that how many naturals are there, how many wholes are there, how many integers are there, how many positive integers are there, how many negative integers are there, how many real numbers are there, how many rationals are there, how many positive rationals are there. Nobody knows, but only we can understand. So in this way students, here all these are representing to the sets. If we will try to make the list of these sets, we cannot write to all elements. Reason behind it, all the sets are infinite sets. These sets have uncountable elements. Well students, now in this way I hope it is clear to you that what are finite sets and what are infinite sets. Well students, now just after clearing the topic finite and infinite set students, the final things I am going to tell you in today's lecture about the equal and equivalent sets. Try to understand students, one of the best topic of your syllabus. You try to understand students here. Well students, now equal sets and equivalent sets. Equal sets and equivalent sets. Try to understand students. Here the word set is written in plural form, sets. So obviously here more than one set exists. So students, here definition, two sets A and B are said to be equal if number one, they have the same cardinality, that is number of element in set A is equal to number of element in set B, and second point, both sets A and B have same element. So two sets A and B are said to be equal if their cardinal numbers are same and both the set A and B have same element. You can ask for example. Yes, look to the example. For example, students, see here. I am giving you two examples. Example 1, example 2. See here, the set A whose elements is A, B, C, and set B whose elements are 1, 2, 3. Another example, this is the set here, set P and set Q. Its elements are here 1, 2, 3, and its elements are here 4 by 2, 2 by 2, 6 by 2. Okay students, all of you look these two very important examples to understand the concept of equal sets. Students, if you see to the first example, here you are looking that both the set have same cardinal number. This n of A, it is how much? 3, 1, 2, 3, while this is n of B, it is what? 1, 2, 3. But whatever the element of set A have, they are not in set B, or vice versa. Whatever the set of element B have, they are not in the set A. And to become equal sets, both the set have same element as well as same cardinal number. But here sets A and B do not have same element, so A is not equal to B. Here set A and set B are not equal. But students, whenever we are going to discuss about this second example, try to understand students. See here, in the set Q, whatever the elements are present, they want a type of simplification. If we simplify students, what we will get here, this 2 2s are 4, this is 1 and this is 3. Look here students, after simplification, we are getting the same elements whatever they are in set P. Look here, it is 3, same, here it is 1, here it is 2. So here number of element in set P is same as number of element in set Q, and both are how much? 3 3. And also sets P and Q have same element, they are 1 2 and 3. So here set P equal to set Q. I hope it is clear to my all students. And students, here yesterday in my lecture I have told you that at the time of writing sets, order does not matter. So 1 2 3 is same as 2 1 3. Well students, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now students, I am going to make clear to the topic equivalent sets. Try to understand students. Two sets A and B are said to be equivalent if number of element in set A is same as number of element in set B. This is only simple definition of equivalent set. It is denoted by this. It is denoted by this symbol. This two-sided arrow. Okay. For example, students, see here. This is one set X, whose elements are 4, 5, 6, and set Y, whose elements are A, B, C. Students, now see this example here. Set X, since number of element in set X is same as number of element in set Y, what in both these are 3, but sets x and y do not have same element. Since students here become equivalent, this is sufficient point. So here student, here set x is equivalent to set y. One very important and last point I want to tell you students, in equal and equivalent sets what the things is common. The things Na equal to Nb, Na equal to Nb, this thing is common in both. So by this common point students, what the idea we are getting, so the idea whatever we are getting, remember students here this important point, remember all equal sets are equivalent, but converse is not true. Well students, now see here, so look to this example. Here Na equal to Nb, here Na equal to Nb. This is also an example of equivalent set. So here A is equivalent to B but not equal. Here students, you are looking that Np equal to Nq, so this tells us that P and Q being equal, they are also equivalent. Because being equivalent, their cardinal number must be same, which exists here. So if two sets are equal, then they must be equivalent, but its converse is not true. Why? Students, see here, these two sets are equivalent, but these are not equal. In this way, students, in today's lecture, I have described clearly to the types of sets. In general students, there are two types of set, empty and non-empty, and then further under the non-empty sets, I have described about the following: singleton sets, finite sets, and infinite sets, equal and equivalent sets. I hope all of you have enjoyed clearly to this lecture, and I hope all the points of this lecture is clear to my all students. Thank you for this students. To get more information related to the sets or more topics, you have to like and subscribe my channel so that easily you can get a type of notification. Thank you students.